Right now, Apple is playing a dangerous game. For years, you have felt it and I have felt it. A lingering suspicion that the smartphone industry is a massive, immovable wall. Every single September, we sit through the exact same polished trillion-dollar keynote. Washing Zekis and pristine minimalist settings tell us that the new iPhone is the greatest thing humanity has ever created. But when you finally open that sleek white box, reality hits. It looks identical to the one already in your pocket. The battery lasts maybe 20 minutes longer, the ultra-wide camera a fraction of a percent sharper in low light, and titanium chassis feels exactly like last year's titanium chassis. Entrapped in a relentless flow of incremental deeds. Conditioned to spend over $1,000 every 12 months for what eventually amounts to a software octane in a new color option. At the iPhone 18 Pro Max changes the entire equation. It represents a fundamental paradigm-shifting pivot in how Apple views the future of personal computing. This is not just another phone. This is the moment Apple decided to stop playing safe. This is the device where they chose to play their own rules, cannibalize their other product lines, and force a question that most of us are completely unprepared to answer. Is this the peak of mobile technology? Or is it a beginning of something much more invasive? If you are holding an older iPhone right now, or if you are looking at the current smartphone market wondering why everything feels so painfully boring, you need to understand exactly what is happening beneath the glass of this device. Because what Apple has done this time around isn't just a spec bump. It is a psychological trap, a technological marvel, in a massive gamble all rolled into one beautifully machined slab of glass and metal. They want you to believe that this is the ultimate tool for the next decade. But to truly understand why this device is causing massive shockwaves through the tech industry, we have to look past the marketing buzzwords, past the dramatic slow-motion promotion videos, and look at the raw, unfiltered reality of what this device does to daily life. Let's start with the absolute heart of the machine, the element that dictates whether a phone is a tool or a toy, the A20 Bionic chip. For nearly a decade, Apple's silicon team has been completely enmeshed, utterly dominating every single benchmark test thrown their way. But in recent years, competitors like Qualcomm and Samsung started closing the gap. The tech world started whispering that Apple had lost its edge, that their chip design team had reached the absolute physical limits of silicon. The A20 Bionic is Apple's brutal response to those whispers. Built on a brand-new, ultra-advanced 2-nanometer manufacturing process, the chip shouldn't logically exist in a device that's thin. The sheer physics required to pack billions of additional transistors into a space smaller than a fingernail is mind-boggling. When you boot up this device for the first time, you don't just notice a speed difference. You experience an entirely different dimension of responsiveness. Think about how you use your phone right now. You tap an app. There's a microsecond of delay. The animation plays, and the content loads. We have trained our brains to accept that microsecond as normal. The iPhone 18 Pro Max eliminates that entirely. It is a terrifyingly predictive experience. Apps don't just open when you tap them. They feel as though they were already running in the background, waiting for your mind